Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host Indie Comics Jones. Today is August 23, 2021, and I believe this is episode 399. Space Pirate Captain Harlock is what we're looking at today. This is the number 3 issue coming out from Ablaze, and what we got is Captain Harlock, the Space Pirate, right on the cover with his special, looks like some kind of laser cannon blade. I'm not quite sure. I don't think he's used it yet in this series. Now, what's odd about this is it is a manga styled. I'm not a manga expert by any stretch of the imagination. I do find this very entertaining, though. It's a little bit complex because there's a number of characters that are kind of coming into the play here, but it is well done. It's a nice package all the way around. I mean, look at that nice flapping diagonal cape going on. You see a ship in the background with the pirates, the skull and crossbones on the front of it. It's a pretty outrageous ship. We don't see too much of the ship in this one. It's kind of in the background or very small. So anyway, let's get on with this, talk about who worked on this. Like I said, this is available as a manga. The storyline. It takes place in 2799 or 2977. That's it, 2977. Basically, 900 years before Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, the story is by Leiji Matsumoto. So I hope I said that right. Jerome Alquate. I think I said that. Alquate. Alquii? I don't know. Something close to that, hopefully. The art is also Jerome Alquie. Alquie? Maybe that's it. Alquie. Okay, the translation is Fabrice Sapolsky. The letters was Desi Cienti. Okay, and once again, this is in Ablaze. This is number 3. And what oddly enough is, though even this is the 3rd issue, it contains chapters 4 and 5 in here. So that is a little strange. Okay, what we've got going on is many years ago, the Mazons landed on Earth, and their hope was to populate this planet because it was suitable for their existence. I guess something happened to their old planet. They had to leave it. They sent some scouts out. Scouts were sent to South America, but apparently there was another group that got sent to Antarctica. And in this issue, we find out that there might be some kind of conflict between the two groups. It starts out, they go back because originally they had released the ice Mazons. I don't want to say accidentally. I think one of the professors got a little excited and went overboard. The other one got frozen instantly. So they have come back realizing they can unfreeze him and bring him back to life. And they've got this special person that kind of shows up, and she's kind of looks like one of the Mazons. I'm not sure if she has some kind of relation to that or not. We see chapter 4, the Space Traveler's Embrace. She's got a special device with her that does unfreeze Professor, was it Reiji? Reiji, I think. And then he needs to be treated with first aid immediately and kind of brought body temperature back up to a normal temperature slowly, so to speak, and bring him out of his coma. So you can see there's the one of the space freighters that came by to aid the good professor. In the meantime, Captain Harlock shows up with his ship and goes ahead and lands there. And this apparently is an old friend of his called Maytel. So they've known each other, I'm not quite sure when, but she has to take off again, get back on her ship, and leave the area. They're going to go ahead and take care of the good professor, and you see her ship go shooting off while Captain Harlock's ship goes in a different direction. Meanwhile, we have the Space Armada with the Mazons heading towards Earth, a whole huge network of ships here all coming at once. They've already gotten word that something's going on Earth, that the climate there is getting colder all around the world. Not global warming, but global cooling. And they're not quite sure why. And this got a little confusing to me because I don't really recall these characters. So I'm assuming that they were sent out on a scout ship or they came from the Amazon. I just don't remember how they got to Bermuda. This is where they are now, and they're going down to get one of their other sisters, who is a sister of the shadows, and she lays deep beneath the oceans by these underwater pyramids, very, very far down. So this is this one woman here that seems to be particularly bossy, and kind of sends this other Mazon on her way. So she goes down and awakens the Mazon that's the bottom. I think it's Elsa or something like that. Lisa or Elsa, something like that. And she starts her way up out of the water. Meanwhile, Captain Harlock's ship is making its way to Bermuda itself. And before they can get there, because they've kind of like deciphered some of the professor's notes that he had taken before, and he is coming back to life as they speak. They get attacked by the U.S. Air Force, I guess you can call it, not wanting to engage them because their beef is not with anybody on the world. It's with these aliens. They go ahead and plunge into the underwater to try to find that other creature. The creature's already left, but it has left behind some kind of sea monster that sends a kelp-like substance up, and then she comes back. So she's actually there, and her, I can't remember, they just call her the Shadow Amazon. I thought she had left the water, but I guess she's back. So they are talking to her, and it's to be continued at this point. So I got a little confused. I kind of went through it a little bit again, and I thought she had left, and this was a different creature, but apparently these tentacles were the same. So it's a pretty good story. I'm probably going to have to go back and read the first 2 issues to get more consistency with what's going on, because I am reading a lot of comics. I am tending to forget a lot of what's happened. But Captain Harlock's got this whole ship full of crew members too that do special things, and it's just a lot of people to keep track of, honestly. So we got the conflict between Captain Harlock and this, they call it the Shadow Mazon. Okay, let's take a quick look what else was in this book. They had some artist renditions of some of the other characters in here. Now, this guy, I can't remember, I believe he is a scientist. I don't think he was in this issue at all, if maybe in the background. And then we've got Captain Harlock. We have some of the other characters here that are part of the crew. There's the professor. And yeah, like I said, I don't think he was in this issue too much. And I believe she's kind of like the pilot for the ship, if I'm recalling that correctly. So they give you a lot of sketches in here, which is kind of cool. And then we get the variant covers for the cover gallery and what's coming in issue 4. So this is a recommend. Quick blurb here. Underneath the ice, Harlock and his crew are about to be lost forever until an attack on the planet's surface puts the person the captain cares about the most in danger. And he finds himself desperate to break free and save her before it's too late. So I guess maybe they head back up to the Arctic, because they talk about being under the ice. Where they were currently was actually Bermuda, so I don't think Bermuda has frozen over yet. And we get kind of a clip from the book inside the interior art, as what Ablaze seems to do. Sometimes they put a little quote in there too. So this is a recommend. The art in it is very good. I probably have to just read it a little bit more carefully and reread it again. And I think I'm going to be better off in the future. But it is well done. Whoa. So it does receive the Indie Comics Jones Good Excavating Seal of Approval, given out only by Indie Comics Jones on this particular channel, except no substitutions. Thanks for stopping by and listening to this review or watching it. As always, please like, please subscribe if you haven't, and feel free to leave comments. We'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. I'm actually going on vacation starting tomorrow. I'm going to try to bring some books along and hopefully get something sent out. But right now, it probably won't be as much as I would hope to do in a regular week. So just giving you guys a warning, but more, I am taking books with me, and hopefully I can record a thing here and there and keep the streak going. Okay, so this is Indie Comics Jones from the Temple of Tomes bidding you adieu.